Hey, what's up, everybody? This weekend we're out in beautiful West Virginia doing the North Fork Mountain Trail up the Chimney top. Should only be about 2.5 miles up and then 2.5 miles down tomorrow, but it's no joke in those 2.5 miles because you gain about 2,000 feet of elevation in those about 2.5 miles, so just under 1,000 feet per mile. So you get quite the workout pretty quickly, which I already have started on. Got about a half mile under my belt now. Beautiful day, beautiful late June day, and yeah, should be a good weekend. So look forward to it. So I guess I should mention that I'm definitely not carrying an ultralight load this trip. Considering my pack weighs about 35 pounds. Usually like to be about 25, but like 5 pounds of camera gear, extra water, and some other stuff kind of turning this into my version of glamping, which is fine because it's only about a 2.5 mile trail up to the campsite where we're going to be staying at, but makes this elevation gain a little bit of a workout. Usually it'd be fine with this, but extra weight definitely weighs you down a bit, so especially with the humidity of late June. So should be fun. We have all day though. It's only 2 miles. Yeah. Whew. So I think we're getting there. We're almost at the top. You can't really tell how far you're on this trail because classic East Coast fashion is just a tunnel of green. But your reward is definitely probably, I'd say, the best view in West Virginia in terms of hike. I've been New River Gorge, Dolly Sides, which is straight across the valley from this, and a bunch of other places, and the view from a top chimney top is probably my favorite still. Yeah, just once we get up there, you'll see, but probably the best view in West Virginia. I'd say easily, but it's quite a bit of work to get up there, even if it is only 2.5 miles, especially when it's a little warm out like it is today. So sweating, dripping, but having a good time. So let's get to the last little bit here, and then hopefully we can get to the first view, which should be fairly close, judging by how rocky the trail is getting. So that's a good indication that we should be getting next to the outcrops, or the first set of them. So let's get it. All right, here's the first overlook. Pretty freaking spectacular for only, to this spot it's only 1.9 miles, I think. So we still have another 0.6 to actual chimney top, but I think we're gonna take a break here and grab some water. It's pretty warm out, stay hydrated. But yeah, great day so far. Alright, so I figured I'd give you guys one more look at the view here. Just ate a quick snack, took some pictures, and haven't seen a single person pass by in 30 minutes, so that's why I love this trail. Middle of a Saturday. get amazing views like this. Definitely don't fall off the edge. Yeah, just nobody here. You get views like this all to yourself. So nice. If I was wondering, that hill, that ridge line across the way there that's Dolly Sods, which stretches for quite a ways. It's Dolly Sods Wilderness Area. And then I think that's the North Fork of the Potomac down there, pretty sure. And I don't know the name of this over here. I could probably look at the map later and figure it out, but I don't know if there's a trail up there, to be honest, but it's pretty awesome. Don't know if you can see the vulture flying around. There's been quite a few passing by. I've been sitting here chilling, but yeah. Awesome day so far. So I will say, the beautiful thing about this trail is that you get endless views. And the section I'm doing is only, like I said, 2.5 miles long. The North Fork Mountain Trail actually goes like, I think, 24 miles across this ridgeline behind me. So not looking at the mountain ahead, but the ridgeline we're walking up right now. This way, up that way. And yeah, it's a beautiful trail. I'm going to do it someday. It's just a little bit hard logistically because there's no water sources. I shouldn't say. There's one very unreliable water source about like halfway through. That's like barely flowing most of the time. So you have to either carry all your water for all 24 miles, or you have to stash water, which you can do halfway up because there is, I think, a unimproved road that runs up about halfway. So you could stash that before you start. You also probably need a shuttle because it's 24 miles one way. So you got to have two people. Have one person park at one end, then hitch a ride back, and do the whole thing one direction. Unless you want to do a very ambitious 48-mile trip with no water sources, good luck with that. I'm not that ambitious, but maybe some people are. I know actually people use this for mountain biking too. Not the way we came up, because most people that are doing the entire trail like that don't start where we did. This is really only the trailhead for Chimney Top. The other trailhead, you basically start on the ridgeline, so there's no uphill at all. So it's a lot easier. That's usually where you start, is at the southern end of this trail, not the northern end where we're at right now. So yeah, we're doing a little extra challenge, but again, we're only doing 2.5 miles today and then 2.5 miles tomorrow, and tomorrow's all downhill. So not really that hard. Anyways, at least for somebody in my shape, I guess. It can be pretty challenging if you're not physically fit enough, I guess. Just as a warning, it is 2,000 feet of elevation gain, like I said earlier, so definitely want to be prepared for that. And again, there's no water sources on the way up, so definitely bring a ton of water, especially in the summertime right now, because it is, well, it's only maybe upper 70s right now as a high today on top of the mountain. It's very humid and exposed in some areas, so yeah, definitely bring plenty of high quality H2O. So yeah, but endless views, definitely a great trail, and we're almost to the top, so we're gonna get there right now. All right, made it to the turn off for Chimney Top. Going up the last steep, like 0.2 miles, which would be nice to have trekking poles for this, because I know I've been on this trail 2 other times. This last section's pretty steep, but it's only, like I said, like 0.2 miles, so it's not too bad. Yeah, ready for it. Let's get it. All right, so we made it. Campsite's right Oop, no, that's my arm. Here, where the water bottle's at. We just have a path right on up. Turn around. And we'll climb up, not this one because you can't really get to that without actually like doing some actual rock climbing. And I don't have gear for that, so I'm not doing it. But up over this little hump right here is the top of Chimney Top, which we will go check out later probably again after I'm done setting up my tent and all that. I know I'm actually tent camping for once, which is weird. I haven't used a tent when I'm backpacking in like 2 years, I think. Just been solely hammock camping. Wanted to bring the hammock on this one, but I couldn't remember if there were trees up here or not to string it up. So rather than be without some place to sleep, thought I'd just bring the old single person tent, which is fine. And here is the main reward. Yeah. Definitely worth the only 2.5 miles up to here. And like I said, we'll go up the actual top of Chimney Top later. And from up there, you got about 270-degree views from the spot we were at earlier, the first overlook. You can see that up there too. And you can see this entire valley as well. But I just love this rock wall right here, just stretching off into the distance. It's so cool. Yeah. Just awesome. Well, that's in VF-22 Osprey. That's pretty cool. Never fails to have a flyby up here. It's hornets. Don't really see anything. I thought it was a helicopter, but it sounded way too like deep. Awesome. All right. Now that all the day hikers are gone and there's no drones flying around humming about, I have this whole place to myself, which is nice. Should for most of the rest of the evening. But yeah, our campsite's right down here. And then, yeah, the main attraction and entertainment for tonight should be right here. It is a little ways down, just a bit. Probably won't be sitting on top of this pinnacle I'm on, but probably just to the left of it, but that's fine. And then sunset should be right over this way. So it should light up these rocks really well. It should make for a good night. I was worried about storms, but nothing yet. There was 0% chance of rain today. That's what the weatherman said, but we know how that can be wrong. But luckily it has been right today, so yeah. But a hell of a view. So, best view in West Virginia, I think. I don't know. Make some dinner. I mean, it's a hell of a view. It's probably the best view I've ever had to make food at. Not surprised though. Is it the best view? Maybe Big Bend. I definitely just cook stuff on the side of parking lots there, but always stop at viewpoints to do it. So that's probably the best place I've made food. But as for an actual campsite, this is probably it. Should have enough fuel. Yeah. That should be stable enough. Otherwise, you see a flaming ball going down the hill and you know what's wrong. Open up. The classic mac and cheese mountain house. I guess it's my favorite. For the picky eater, so yeah. 620 calories. I will probably still be hungry after that, but it will do. I have an extra Cliff Bar if I really need it. So 11 ounces. There you go. Don't forget to take that out. Nobody wants to eat that. Alright. Finishing, this isn't a really good handle like this. Should probably, yeah, there we go. I like this thing. Kind of expensive, but I can probably get a lighter one too, to be fair, but it ain't broke, I guess don't fix it, at least not immediately. Might go if that's enough. Maybe a bit more. I can bring my drinking water or yeah. With dinner. Ignition. Don't rock the boat. And then, how long do we have to wait? Cool. Only 9 minutes. We have some cheesy mac and cheese. But first, wait for the water to boil. Just how I planned it. Yeah. Like a charm. Yeah. Please don't fall on me. Two tries? I mean, they weren't perfect. I mean, up we go. Bring it back to the tree. Not knocking the camera. Don't fall down the hill. Alright. finally made it to the top of Chimney Top. Now that everybody is left and I'm the only one up here, figured I'd scramble the way up, do a little 360 around the view, which will probably be up here for sunrise tomorrow, facing this way right now, which should be hopefully pretty good. I think there's a rock outcropping like down this way. You can get a better view without all the bushes. I'm gonna go check that out as soon as I'm done with this, actually. Just scouting out some locations. Pretty spectacular. I said pretty much almost 360-degree views around this thing. Pretty freaking spectacular. I personally still like this view down over here that looks at this. That's like right there. That's probably where I'm going to be at for sunset tonight. It's probably the last video for today because my phone battery is dying, so that's okay. But yeah, and you can, apparently people have climbed to this thing, but it's like 40 foot up, like 5'5" type terrain, 5'6" rock climbing terrain, which on not so stable rock, hard pass. Easy climbing, but super sketchy. No thanks. Not with that gear. No thank you. So we're gonna pretty much just enjoy the rest of the night, take some sunset shots, which I'll probably put in after this, and yeah, see you early tomorrow morning. Really early tomorrow morning. Yeah. See you. Okay, so I thought I said it's gonna be my last clip of the evening, but I couldn't help it when I saw these two guys down here, two vultures, just sunning themselves in a pretty okay spot. It's gonna be my spot for sunrise tomorrow. Give you a little preview of hopefully what's to come. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good morning. But first, let's finish off the evening. Gonna go catch the sunset. It's only 6 o'clock now, but it's probably doesn't set till 8:40, considering it's late June. But that's okay. We have plenty of batteries and plenty of time. Plenty of time to play with the expensive hobby. So again, I'll put those pictures here from tonight, and yeah, I will catch you at this spot tomorrow morning. Alright, one last view before we head down to the Tunnel of Green and call this trip over. So, just one little look around at the first overlook from yesterday, last overlook for today. Beautiful morning. Alright, we're on like the last quarter mile, half mile. So I thought we'd close this out here. Another really great trip. I've been wanting to do this for about, I think, 4 years. We've been talking about doing this, so finally decided to come out and spend a night up on top of Chimney Top, not just do it as a day hike. Highly recommend doing this. Had a beautiful sunset last night, beautiful sunrise, great views. Even this part of the trail is pretty pretty. That's a great use. That's the English language right there. But yeah, only thing is you just gotta make sure you pack enough water, because there's no water sources on the entire trail. So yesterday was a bit heavy coming up, but you don't have that long to go, so you can just take your time. Again, you only have 2.5 miles to go up to the campsites where they're at, so just take plenty of breaks. That's my recommendation, I guess. So yeah, just really great trip. Gonna finish up these last few miles, and I got a 5-hour car ride ahead of me back to Eastern Virginia. So yeah, just gonna enjoy these last couple of miles, or like a couple hundred feet, I guess. And yeah, road's right down there. So before we get there and back to the trailhead, it's a great time, great trip, and yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. See ya.